Welcome to Al's home kitchen during this COVID quarantine. So I'm chefing in my new kitchen that I built right before the coronavirus hit. Today we're going to make some basic pizza dough, and then we're going to kick it up a notch with this squid ink that I purchased at a local gourmet shop. So here we have a couple ingredients. Basic ingredients: flour, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of squid ink, active dry yeast, 1 package, sugar, warm water, 3/4 of a cup. Ready to mix with our basic ingredients. Yeast, I always add the yeast first into the bowl. I'll add some of the water, half of the water, just to dissolve the yeast. Salt, sugar, olive oil, 1/4 of a cup, and then the flour. And our last ingredients: squid ink from a local gourmet shop, 2 teaspoons. That's basically going to give you a little color, very different color to the pizza dough, and probably a little flavor, but we haven't tried it yet, so we're not sure what the final outcome will be. We'll raise our bowl, start it on low. Remember, we have another half of the water to add. I always like to add a little water later on to just see the consistency. And you should mix this 4 to 7 minutes. You could smell a little seafood in there, and we're just going to cover it with plastic now. That's only going to make 2 small pizzas, enough for you and your spouse, or you and a friend. Okay, we're back again. I left it on the counter for 30 minutes, then put it in the fridge for about 45 minutes. Just to slow it down a bit. You don't want it to rise too fast. And then back on the counter for another 30 minutes. So we're going to flip this over onto some flour, get rid of the plastic. We're going to approximately cut 8 ounces here. So let's see what we have if we cut this batch in half. We're going to check it on the scale and see what we have. Always put a little flour on your scale so it doesn't stick to the platform. We check the weight. And we got about 9 ounces. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so evenly. You got two personal pizzas. We're gonna shape it so we can hopefully get a round pizza. But you can always make it a little rustic, and doesn't have to be perfectly round. So you're pushing, this is a nice soft dough, so you don't have to roll it. You could probably just do it by hand, but if you like to use a roller, you can use a wooden roller. I like just an old-fashioned wooden roller. So now we're gonna get, some people like it super thin. I like a little crust on the edge. And remember, this is squid ink, so that's why it's black. We're using semolina and regular flour. I like the semolina. If the dough's a little wet, it absorbs some of the moisture. And that's good to put on your paddle here. So we're going to put it on a paddle and figure out what we're going to put on top of this black squid ink pizza. I'll make it pretty simple. Just some fresh sliced tomatoes, some basil, Parmesan cheese, and if you like seafood, you could put squid, poached calamari, or some anchovies, sardines, or seared tuna at the end. If you want some raw tuna at the end with some seaweed, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. Put the pizza dough on the board. You don't want to let it sit too long because it will stick to the board. We're going to put a little bit of sauce. Nice and thick. Always get to the edge first and then work your way in the middle. Again, this is Squid Ink pizza dough. Some fresh mozzarella. Nice and light. We're going to put some mixed olives. And a couple of anchovies on one side. Because this stuff is pretty salty. Not everybody likes anchovies. I forgot, we're going to put a few soaked porcini wild mushrooms and some white onion. This oven's at 550, so it's going to cook in about 4 minutes. Slide it onto your cast iron tray and close the door. Okay, to finish it off, I've got some wild porcinis on here, so this is a truffle cheese. I figure that'll be nice to finish it off. A little creamy truffle cheese. And that's it. Piping hot on a rainy day. Let's try this. Wow, it looks yummy. Oh my. Truffles, porcini, olives, Squid Ink dough. This is amazing. Squid Ink pizza dough, you can do all kinds of things with it. Truffles, truffle cheese, porcini mushrooms, olives, and anchovies. The best. Delish. Thanks again for watching my video. It was really exciting to put this together. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was the first one, and it will become more interesting. We have a lot of good things coming up at home in Al's kitchen. See you again real soon.